Hi, my name's James, and today I'm going to show you how to create a sliding hover effect on a button in Framer. And as an added bonus, I'm going to provide a fully responsive nav component which uses those buttons in a remix link in the description below. Let's get started. Okay, so this is our setup. We've got a basic page, and on that page we have a nav component. The nav is set to fixed and it's pinned on the left, top and right side. And then if I select inside the nav component and zoom out a little bit, you can see I've got a desktop version, a tablet and a phone, and then both the tablet and phone have open versions, and there's interactions between those two sets of variants. Go back to demo and hit preview. You can see that gives me a nav which sticks to the top, and as I resize, I've got some nice animation and interaction. However, if I take the screen back out again, you can see that the links and the call to action button currently don't do anything. And I'd really like to add some fun interactivity to these links. I'm going to go to the nav component and select inside. You can see that the links are currently just stacks, as well as the button, and they each are stacked with just text inside. Same for the button. What I'm going to do is select the link and go create component. And we'll call this sliding button. Now I have my component with a primary variant. I'll select the primary variant, hit Command 2 to zoom in. That's way too close, so I'll zoom out a little bit. And to create this sliding effect, we're going to need a stack. And within the stack, we want some text, and we'll have home again. And within this one, we'll also have some text, home again, and we'll select these frames and make them stack by hitting plus layout. That centers the text. I want to hit this gap and take it to 0. And now I'm just going to make sure that the text is the same size as this text. So we've got size 16 there. Let's take this and go to size 16. And then I want to make sure that these two sections of the stack are the same height as the button. So I'm going to select the primary and go fixed. So that's got a height of 35. So I'm going to select these two stacks and go fixed and change that to 35. And then the top one, I think we can just call that background, and we will remove it. And then this one, we'll call this background hover, and we will change this to our accent color, and then we'll rename this stack to sliding content. And I'm also going to set the height of this to fit content to get rid of this gap at the bottom. So this is the sliding content that we're going to place over this button and then move it up and down depending on the hover state. I'm going to keep this home inside, and I'm actually going to select each of the text elements, and I'm going to assign those to a variable which we'll call text. You might think, why keep this home element here? And the reason is because the primary variant and the border is set to fit, and we need the text here to set the size of the overall button. But what we can do is just change the color of this and move the opacity to 0 to hide it, and then we can drop the sliding content inside. Zoom out a little bit, and then we can just set the sliding content to absolute, and we can center it, and I'm going to position it at position 0, and that's looking good. And then I think we just want to set the width of this sliding content to be relative, and we'll set it to 100%. This ensures the background stacks always cover the button, and that looks good. Next, let's do the hover state. Select hover state, And then all we need to do with this variant here is select the sliding content and set it to -35. Now, if I preview, we've got a button here and a nice sliding interaction. Now we need to create the second variant. So I will select it, add second variant, add a hover state, and select the second variant, go into the sliding content, change the background color to accent, and then on the second variant, I'm going to select the background hover and we'll change that to a slightly darker shade of the accent color. And then of course we need to select the sliding content and go -35 again to that. That then brings it upwards. One more thing I'm going to do here is going to select the primary variant, scroll up to the top, and then I'm going to add a variable for the link as well, because that will allow us to add URLs in from the nav component. So now I'm going to go to that nav component and select it, and we've already got one sliding button assigned. I'm going to duplicate that 1, 2, 3 times, and then I'm going to delete these 2 links and move one sliding button under the CTA and delete that button. And now we can rename these. So home's fine. We can do about and contact, and then get started. And as you can see, the button's resized nicely because of that hidden text element, and we've got our second variant. Now moving to the preview, and that's looking really nice. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe below. Thanks for listening, and see you again soon.